this out today. Hindus urged to rape, kill Christians on March 1st in this part of India. Even to children. So it has been, it's like India is 80% Hindus. And some of them are peaceful, so don't get me wrong here. But what I'm going to show here, because Christian churches aren't going to tell people this, that you need to really be aware of who's in your government. Like, because there's ulterior motives. I would guarantee there's ulterior motives, no matter what great things they bring you. So Modi from India was just here with President Trump, and he had called for the end of persecution to Christians in India. I just wonder, does he really want it to end? Because he's very, very fond of all this Hinduism in our government. Okay, and again, we are a nation that always must stay open to your faith, but you don't need to disrespect where our founding started from. Don't play your bullshit and carry on about how you protect the United States Constitution and then put your hand on a Bible, a Hindu Bible. Disrespectful. So you don't, there's already disrespect going on over there in India. So you American Cash and Tulsi, yeah, where are they at? Just be careful no matter what they bring you. I know that Americans are just going to be like, oh, you're being silly. Okay, well, if you're a Christian, let me line this up to show you how Hinduism goes all the way back to Pharaoh. It goes all the way back to the garden because it goes back to Naga. Naga is king of the cobras, which is what Kundalini is all about, which is what many of your Hinduism practices. So let's start here. Yes. So it's in the Bible about that ancient serpent. It's in the last book of the Bible, that ancient serpent that was thrown down, considered the devil, considered Satan, and it's 7 heads. Okay? This is in China, but this is all over these other countries too. But this one's out of China. This is like this. Does this scream like? I mean, could God be any more obvious? Like, if you can't put it together, then you don't want to. So you see Buddha here, right? But do you see underneath him? That's part of the snake. I said how the story goes that he wanted to protect him from the rain. That's why he's hanging over Buddha. But he's also came up under him to raise him up. And then the heads came over Buddha. But not just for Buddha to sit on, but for the coiled Kundalini snake serpents coiled to go up the spine like this. And if you've seen any of my other videos that I did about like the Roman and Greek ancient gods, they also were part reptile, part serpent. This is India. You can see it's the serpent and then half human. Okay. I mean, didn't Trump call it a swamp for a reason? I mean, I should say, never know. This one over here, that's you can see there's a it's this one I just showed in the last picture, but you can see that then there's another serpent that's like eating a planet. And then all of that goes to this. Do you see the serpent? See the serpent at the bottom, and then it goes up the spinal cord. That's what Kundalini is all about. And it's interesting that it's a rainbow, because that's what they call them now. They used to call them chakras, but now they call them energy centers. Yeah, because that ancient serpent, he just adds whatever he has to pull people in. The other thing it's all about is, see the sun, and then on the other side the moon. Yeah. Chakra planetary alignment. But how has it been delivered to America? Oh, this is about a meditation, and I'm filled with, yeah, you're filled with what, Kundalini? They've even tried to research that, is there a certain DNA with Naga, or the Kundalini energy, that maybe people are more prone to it, like, but I'd have to do another video on that. But do you see here, moon, Venus, sun, Mars? Yeah, it's all about the planets. It's the serpent energy. It is literally, Kundalini is the coiled energy That's how it awakens your chakras and you become awakened to the truth. Yeah, it said here, while the connection between the Naga DNA and Kundalini energy remains shrouded in mystery, it is clear that ancient beliefs offer a fascinating perspective on the potential link between our genetic makeup and our spiritual journey. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, seeds of Cain maybe. Just a thought. I'm not saying it is. Another statue, see, it's 7 heads if you go look far enough. So Naga is the king of the cobras. So when our God, or if you're a Christian, I should say, Christians, our God, when God said threw that ancient serpent down, that one that's been deceiving the whole world, that 7-headed dragon, can it be more obvious? And that great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. His angels, wings of the cherubim. And as I said, it does go back to Pharaoh, but it goes back before then. It was there at the very beginning. And Tulsi and Cash are very involved in their Hindu religion. I wonder if they made any statements about the increased violence against Christians. They're not from India, of course, they're from here. But you just might want to keep your head on a swivel that no matter what these people do, watch them carefully, because I would guarantee they likely have other motives. Now, what they say is, well, you're persecuting me. No, I'm highlighting to other Christians that this has gone on forever. And Christians in America have just become sort of like, eh. And I'm just saying, we don't want to stop people from practicing what they worship. Just be aware that when they're in your government, and they don't even have enough respect for the founding of your country and what got it started with, then you really need to pay attention to what they're doing. In the beginning, they'll do very great things that will pull you in, just like a serpent would, just like a deceiver would. But then, just like a snake does, turn and bite you. This is Lord Krishna. This is most especially, because they have so many gods in Hinduism, this one is the one that Tulsi most especially worships, I guess. You see the serpent head, see? A murti of Lord Krishna and Tulsi plants for sale. The Tulsi plant is sacred to Lord Vishnu. Lord Krishna is perhaps the most charismatic avatar of God, Vishnu. Yes, see, all these different gods, they'll morph into female and male and be like one gender, because there's so many different gods. And he is one of the most popular among Hindu gods and goddesses. Not only are his stories fascinating and inspiring, but they are also at times relevant to human lives, okay? So, yeah, they're interesting. Like, I had done it's so weird why I had done these videos about all this ancient serpent and Naga. I did a few videos about it, showing all these statues like in other countries, like God lining it up with the Bible. And it's just weird because, well, I did it because when I came across that stuff, I'm like, Christians should know. It's just funny how it's coming full circle now, because now we have people in our government that, well, they seem to be very loyal to the ancient serpent. There was this statement, it wasn't that long ago. It says, especially during these times of great polarization, we request that Tulsi Gabbard's faith, the Vaishnava tradition, and the Hindu religion more widely be offered the respect they are due. Well, I think that goes two ways. So maybe you should give Christians respect, right? Yeah, we've already had Cash and Tulsi show that they have no respect for Christians. Then you're literally want to kill, rape, and beat Christians in India. So I don't think you should be. I think these people should maybe be thinking about how they're not being respectful. And it all started here. And the biblical God that our country was founded on tells us that in our sacred book. And we know what happened in the garden. We have enough evidence for that. Let's not let it happen here. Keep your eyes open.